Hey, how you doing, honey? Polo how you doing, love? What you up to this morning? What time is it for you? It is 4 o'clock for me in the morning. About ready to get my day started. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I'm just sitting here having my coffee. Anybody up for a conversation? Awesome. Anybody up for a conversation? Drop in, say hi. Let me know where you are, what time it is. If it's as early in the morning as it is for me. It's really early in the morning. Mm. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. I just found out I finally made it up to 1,100 watch hours. No, I just got to make it to 3,000 watch hours and I'm good. Aha, so you live around Midwest like I do. I'm in Nebraska. Don't feel obligated to tell me exactly where you are, but if you want to tell me the state, that's fine. I had to step in. The lights are off because everybody's sleeping. Uh-oh. My son just woke up. Bobby! Bobby! I got 1,100 watch hours.
Neat.
Yes. Now I only need 1,900 more, and then I can start getting super chats and shit.
Mom,
What, honey?
I did it dumb.
Huh?
I did it dumb.
What?
I wasn't thinking. I finally boiled another pot of water because I had to change it out.
Okay.
And I forgot to put the plug in.
That's a dumb. Holy cow! Hi from Japan. How you doing? That is awesome. Wow. New Zealand. That is so cool. That is so neat to have you guys here. How's everybody doing today? What's everybody up to? In New Zealand, it looks like you're about to go to bed. Or at least that's my bedtime. I go to bed between, um, anywhere between 9 and 10 because I'm usually up between 3 and 4 in the morning. I've been out for about the past hour. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? And you are so welcome. Can't quite say your name, but Japan. I'm going to call you Japan, if you don't mind. I have fibromyalgia, and that's why I cannot sleep. I'm wide awake. Once I get up, I'm up. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? Uh, Ejin, Roblox, how you doing, honey? Yeah, I am wide awake. You're a Therian. Awesome. I still don't I don't get quite the concept of it, of what it means. Uh but I'm old. But you whatever you want to be. Do I have any hobbies? I do. I actually have a lot of hobbies. Um Diamond art is my favorite, but right now I'm um I shouldn't say not in a stable, but I'm not in my own place. That's how I'm going to put it. I'm not in my own place. So, because we moved from Delaware to here, and it's just been a rough road, but not in my own place, so I don't have my stuff set up. I wish I did, but right now, I'm doing Magic the Gathering with my son. A lot of that right now. Insomnia. My son went through that, goes through that in spurts, and my husband goes through it in spurts. I don't have it. Mine is just chronic pain. Oh, honey, I got a roof over my head. I got my kids all around me. I got a lot of support. Can't ask for much more. But thank you. Thank you so much, David. It is hard. It's a lot harder out here than it used to be. I'll tell you that. Oh, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. No sense in being nasty. Being nasty ain't gonna get you anywhere. It's gonna make your life harder and everybody else's. Yeah, I'll be up. I'll probably end up taking. I usually take a nap about. I'll stream. Oh, till about 1, 2 o'clock between this and Magic Tabletop and Magic Arena. Um, and then I'll end up taking a nap. Oh, I'm sorry, David. I hope you're not one that's already somebody that's already quit. Okay, all right. I don't feel as bad. I would feel horrible if somebody that was already trying to quit. Is it cold outside? Oh, it's so warm. It's so nice here. Yeah, I don't smoke inside. One, my kids hate cigarettes, which makes me so freaking happy. I was always worried about that. But every one of my kids hate cigarettes, so I'm good. I am so happy about that. I was always afraid that they would take up my bad habit. But I really, really try to drill it inside their heads that growing up that it's a very nasty habit to have. I could have worse habits, but it's still not a good habit to have. And it's an expensive habit. And I really shouldn't say it's a habit, it's an addiction. Call it what it is. Yes, and that's exactly why I shouldn't say that's why I do it, but I don't know. Just started when I was younger and didn't want to quit. Some major stress reliever, I'll tell you that. But um, I only smoke maybe half a pack a day, so it's not too bad. Better than I used to. When I was younger, I'd go through a pack or two a day. And then I really slowed down after I had kids. I went to like 3 cigarettes a day when I was pregnant. And then after that, I just crept up a little bit, but not by too much. No way. Are you serious? It's $35 for a pack of cigarettes? Holy shit. I thought it was bad here. Damn. I would have to find a way to quit for that, sweetheart. Or at least just smoke one a day. I could do the whole $35 a pack. Holy cow. It's good God. That blows my freaking mind. Sorry. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. I would have to I would have to take a drag and smoke on that one cigarette for the entire freaking day. Holy cow. I damn, it's $11 a pack, between 11 and $10 a pack here. But good lord. Well, I'm still astonished. I'm going to be astonished over this all day. Thank you for that. Damn. Not sure I'm going to be able to get over this one. I'm sorry. That's like freaking, if you average down the average rent, it's like renting a house for a day. At least almost. I'm sure you are missing $11 a pack. Holy cow. I know I would be. Yeah, that's a bit much. Yeah, I thought rent was high. That's why I'm staying with my son because rent's so high. It is. I went from when COVID started, when COVID started, we moved kind of in the wrong time, but the right time at the same time. When COVID just started, where it was before it was even considered a pandemic, we moved from New York to Delaware. And then people started getting sick. And it was actually hard to find a place to rent just because landlords were so scared, at least in the Delaware area, East Coast area, they were so scared that nobody would be able to pay rent because they'd get sick that they were um, asking that you make 3 times the amount of what rent is. And I've never made that much money in one month's paychecks, but they were asking for that, and they were doing a lot of credit checks, so it was really hard to find a place. And one guy gave us a place for $700 a month. It's a 3-bedroom house, and that was pretty freaking good when COVID started. It's pretty cheap, but he did that because just he knew times were hard and people were having a hard time paying rent, and he figured I'm gonna get something better than nothing. So he gave it to us for $750 a month, and we stayed there for about 4 years, and then he sold the place. So about 4 years we were paying $750, and then when I tried to find a place, I'd have to go from paying $750 a month to freaking 14 to 1500 a month for the same, to basically double the rent. So it's like, good lord, we were a little spoiled. Only paying $750 a month, and so it kind of is what it is. We moved actually from Delaware to here for it to be cheaper, but unfortunately, where it is cheaper out here, you have to live in the small towns. Well, now the small towns don't have the jobs that you need like they used to. So I don't know. It is what it is. It is a massive asset. I mean, 3 times the amount of. I mean, that's what a lot of people were asking for during the COVID because they were afraid they weren't going to get paid rent. And a lot of people did. I'm sorry. A lot of people took advantage of it. One person I know, it hit them hard because where you didn't have to pay electric, they couldn't cut the electric off for you on you during the pandemic. Um, the electric companies. I know certain areas they weren't allowed to turn off the electric. Landlords weren't allowed to kick you out, and a lot of people took advantage of that. And a lot of landlords did get screwed over big time because of it. And it's not because some of them, it's not because they couldn't afford it. They were working. They just took advantage of the fact that they didn't have to pay it right away. And one person did that I know of, took advantage of it. And when it came time that everybody was allowed to collect, they ended up owing like almost $7,000 just on electric because they did not pay the entire freaking time because they didn't have to. and it came back and bit them in the ass because they ended up with no electric. But it's just dumb the way they did that. And so I get why the landlords were asking for that, because so many damn people took advantage of it. And it sucks when people do that because it hurts others. And when they got stupid stimulus checks, I mean, instead of spending it to either boost up your groceries or pay ahead on your bills or just in case you got sick, um, they use the stupid stimulus checks for like going out and buying a freaking brand new TV. I've seen so many people do that. They went, bought TVs and everything else, just used it as play money instead of taking care of their bills and shit. I saw it like all over the place. It was ridiculous. And then they all wanted to bitch that no more stimulus checks were coming and they didn't have a place to live. I've seen so many people do that during it, and it was ridiculous. Sorry, I'm starting to go on a rant. My bad. Yeah, we were actually, when we moved here, and I can't blame the guy. It was when we moved from Delaware to Nebraska. We were originally supposed to live in Ainsworth, and I had it all set up. I was gonna put money down on a house. I had money to put down on a house, and I had a job already set up. My kids had a jobs already set up. Everything was ready to go. So when we left Delaware to Ainsworth, Nebraska, we got there and we knew it's a very small town. Most people own their houses there. So when we got there, I was supposed to be working full time. I was hired on as a manager, um, for Pizza Hut, and my daughter was supposed to be a server, and one of my kids was supposed to be a cook, and my husband was supposed to be a cook. And they needed a lot of help. They couldn't get the employees, so we went down there, and I did not get full time. For one, I didn't get the full time hours. I didn't get paid what I was supposed to get paid, and my son, he did not get full time either. He only got like 8 hours a week, and he was supposed to get like at least 30 hours a week. He only got like 8. And anyways, the house fell through because my car broke down, so we had to buy a new car just before we left. So the money that I was supposed to use down for a house, I had to put down on a car. And when I got there, they said, well, you don't have the money down, we can't help you. So um, a really nice gentleman, he owns a ranch out there, wonderful old man, um, actually offered me to work a second job and help him on the ranch and help him clean his house. Um, his wife had passed away, so he really needed a lot of help. And he offered for my kids to help and me, and he had an extra house that we could stay at. Well, we didn't sign a contract. And his son was so scared that we were going to um, do squatter rights, that because we didn't have a contract, that he didn't want us there. So that's how we ended up in Kearney, Nebraska, because I understood where he was coming from, because he was so scared we were going to take over that house, have squatter rights, and they would have to pay a whole bunch of money just to get us out. So to prove him wrong and, not start a fight, we just packed up, came down here and lived with our son. But the landlords really get screwed out here. They have to go through so many damn loopholes just to get people out of their house that they don't want in their house. And people don't understand that. I am enjoying the talk too. Thank you. But that's pretty much how I got in this situation that I'm in. Um, yes, and they do. It's sad because that's why he was so scared. It's because he had it happen to him before his mom had died. She's a really nice lady. There's an older couple that needed a place to stay, and she didn't charge them rent. Um, she didn't charge them rent for a while because they needed help, and they had the extra house, so she let them stay there, and then when she started charging them rent, they wouldn't they wouldn't pay, and then they wouldn't pay her, and then when she passed away, they wanted to sell the house. Well, they wouldn't leave. They claimed squatter rights. And that's what they were afraid we were going to do. So I get where he was coming from. They've been through it. And so, and now the older gentleman, his father, he tried to explain to him that, we're not doing that. I'm working off the rent. I'm cleaning his house. I repainted, I was repainting I repainted his, part of his kitchen, and I was doing a lot of work there, and that's why we were getting free rent, because I was working it off, and on top of doing Pizza Hut, and my kids were coming over and helping as well, so we were doing our part, and but his son wasn't going for it. He was like so scared that we were going to claim squatter rights. You got to do what you got to do in life. I'm not going to say it never gets me down, because it does. It got me down really bad last week. I actually did a lot less streaming last week because of it. But it does get you down, and it does get tiring, but you just got to pick yourself back up and go. I had to get in this mind frame that I got a roof over my head. Um, I got food in the house. I got electric. I got more than a lot of people do. So, and I got a super supportive family, and you guys are so supportive as well that I just gotta buck it up and go. Thank you. I appreciate it. And there are a lot of people that have a lot more struggles than I do, and they smile throughout the day, so there's no reason why I shouldn't. I've got it good. That's the way you gotta keep looking at it. Somebody's got it worse than you do. And that is usually the case. And oh my gosh, it's hard to walk right now. I have to walk around. Oh, now it's gonna be hard to sit down. It's hard to get up, and it's hard to sit down. Ouch. Ooh. I am kind of chain smoking today because I'm having my coffee, and my legs hurt really, really bad today. I think it's from I sat too much at the computer doing streaming, so my arms and my legs are in a lot of pain today. I did a lot of streaming yesterday. I think I did about 10 hours worth of streaming yesterday. At least that's what it felt like. Oh, it hurts so bad. Sorry, I don't mean to complain. Oh. So you'll see me rocking back and forth, and you'll see me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and I finally hit 1,100 watch hours. I looked at my YouTube this morning, my studio, and I finally got 1,100 watch hours. I'm super excited. I've been doing this for a little bit over a year, about a year and a few months. So if you see me walk around or rocking back and forth on the phone, jiggling, I'm sorry. My fibromyalgia is really bad this morning. You are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, it start this to make money. I started, well, I, I did start this to make this a full-time job, uh, which I'm not now. I'm still looking for a job. I'm not relying this on a full-time job. But when I first started recording and all that, and my diamond art, like my earlier videos, my earlier shorts and everything, I did it because my son got hit by a car walking home from work, and I needed the extra money because he was in the hospital for almost 2 months, and the hospital was like an hour and a half away, so we had to drive back and forth every single day. We go there. My husband would, I would go to work still, but since I don't drive, my husband does. He'd go there every day in the morning after dropping me off at work, and he would go there and stay with my son all day long, and then he'd come back, pick me up, and on the weekends I would go there. On my days off, I would go there, and then I would come back, and so the trip back and forth was just like super expensive. We were spending between food and everything over $100 a day just on that. So that's why I started streaming, was to get the extra money. I didn't realize how hard it would be to do that, and I wanted to sell my diamond art as well and get my name out there for my diamond art, but it didn't pan out the way I thought it would. Oh, he's doing great though. I mean, he bounced right back. He was back to work after 6 months, and he broke his tailbone. He shattered. He broke his, almost shattered his pelvis. Not quite shattered it. They were able to put pins in it, pins and rods in his pelvis and put it back together. Um, and he fractured his tibia and broke his toe, and severe concussion. He had like three really bad brain bleeds and about five small ones. But he recovered really well, which was really good. He recovered pretty quickly. They would have been, but fortunately, between our insurance and her insurance, my medical bills were covered, and we did get some money, or we got some money for it. Well, he got some money for it, but unfortunately, because I had to take out so many damn loans to be able to go back and forth and cover the things he needed until the check got there, it's all gone. Um, he didn't really get that much because they considered it his fault, because he was walking on the highway at night without, because he wasn't supposed to be walking. We told him not to walk, to wait for his dad, but he didn't. And his dad to come pick him up, but he didn't want to wait. So he left, and he walked across the street without using a crosswalk, across the highway without using a crosswalk, and it was at night, and he had no reflective gear. So he was considered at fault for it. And he was. I mean, the driver didn't, she wasn't drunk, nothing. She just couldn't see him walking across the highway and she hit him. It was too late by the time she saw him. So it really was not her fault. Uh, and my son is high functioning autistic, so he wasn't quite aware of his surroundings as he should have been, and he didn't see her either. So it was a mixture of, you know, neither one of them. It was just a freak accident. Yes, I am. I'm just glad it was a Tesla. As sad as that sounds, because that car was totaled. Um, and if it was anything like an older model, um, he would have made it. If it was anything like we drove back in the day, he would have made it. He is. He's doing really good. He'll, for the rest of his life, he'll still have pain in his uh, lower, at his, where his tailbone is. He'll always have pain in there. And uh, where his pelvis is at, he has pain there too. But he'll have that his whole life. He can have the screws removed if it gets too bad. He can have two of the screws removed, but um, it just aches on him for a little bit. But I have a feeling, as young as he is, when he gets older, he's probably gonna have the screws removed. Have to have them to kind of deal with the pain, because it's only gonna get worse as he gets older. Because he's 23 now. He was 20 when it happened. 21. It's been a couple of years. I have seven. I have five that I naturally had, and then two of them I pretty much adopted as my own. I call them my kids because I love them so much. They're really great kids, and they live up in New York. But um, hey Dee, how you doing, love? Oh, thank you. They're really good kids, and um, the oldest girl, she dated my son. Her and my son dated when they were 14, 16 years old, and and I got just super close with them, and they just became my kids. So whenever anybody asks me how many kids, I always say seven, because they're just, her and her brother are just super awesome kids. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm on kind of early this morning. I appreciate it. How you been doing, love? I love kids. My life revolves around kids, especially my kids. But if I ever see kids that need anything, my husband and I have both been like that um, since we were younger. Up and down. Yeah, I've been the same way the past couple weeks. I lost my job at Parker, which is a factory. They said they don't need me anymore, so because I was going through a temp agency, and so I've been the same thing the past week. Um, that was a good job too. It's $20 an hour, so I've been like kind of up and down. But I'm waiting for thank you. But I'm waiting for another job to open called Midland Molding, and they actually pay more. They pay $22 an hour. So I'm hoping that job is supposed to open up. Somebody quit, so I'm hoping this week I'll get that job. Oh my gosh. My legs are killing me this morning. Sorry to complain about it. They are really hurting me this morning. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That would be awesome if I got it. The only problem is that I foresee on it is they're 12-hour shifts. It's really hard for me to get through an 8-hour shift. Um, 8-hour shifts are really hard for me to do, so 12 hours is going to be extremely painful. But I'll manage. Pop a couple Tylenol during the mornings and I'll be alright. But I get 3 days off a week. The only thing I'm scared about is I'll end up sleeping those 3 days, because that's what ends up happening if I work that much. Yes, we always find a way, absolutely. But I'm gonna work it. I mean, I have to. So it's gonna be hard for a while, especially with it being a factory job. Hold on, guys. I gotta take some Tylenol this morning. I haven't had to take Tylenol in like 2 weeks, but I'm gonna have to take some this morning. So it's gonna get a little dark. I have to go find the Tylenol. I'm gonna use you guys as a light. Okay, I'm back. I had to get some Tylenol. And I don't want to wake up my husband. He's got to get up in about 2 hours to go pick up my daughter from work. Oh, my daughter and my son from work, so. You're scared of the dark. Well, it's light now. Yeah, I have to take some time. Hopefully that'll kick in and I'll stop rocking back and forth. I usually don't complain about it when I'm streaming, but it's kind of hard not to this morning. Well, this is pain reliever. It's not, I guess it's more like Tylenol. It's the off-brand. Um, this is pain reliever reducer. Probably should take ibuprofen, a mixture of both. But I have a really low tolerance for medication. So, me taking one of those, because I don't take it that much, me taking one of those will at least take the edge off the pain. It won't take it away, but at least it'll be enough that I can ignore it a little bit. Um, but I only need to take like because I've learned just like simple coping mechanisms to tolerate the pain. Yes, you're right, Dee. Just enough to just to let it so it's not so annoying. But I try not to because I don't know, always super paranoid um to take too much because so many people have stomach problems between Tylenol and ibuprofen and taking all that every single day. I've heard so many people have so many stomach problems from it, and I don't want that. I got enough issues as it is. I don't need that to add on to it. So I'm like super cautious on how much medication I take. I mean, I could be on medication. My sister is for fibromyalgia. She's on medication for it. And because a lot of the medications for it is an antidepressant, just missing one dose really fucks with her. And so that's why I don't want to take it. Because if ever it came down to it where I couldn't afford it or I couldn't get Medicaid, I'd be screwed without it. So I just learned to tolerate it um, through Tylenol. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and a lot of times it does happen when you don't take food. Um, and since I like eat maybe like once a day, and I'll snack here and there, mainly because I don't have an appetite, not because I'm trying to lose weight or anything. It's just I'm usually either just too busy to think about eating, or and I drink a lot of coffee, and coffee can be a bad thing because it actually hides your hunger pains. It like masks whether or not you're hungry, which it makes it a good diet tool. And so, like, I had hunger pains when I woke up this morning, but after my cup of coffee, they're gone. So I was hungry when I woke up this morning. Now I'm not because I had my coffee this morning. So I'll eat probably sometime around noon today. Oh, train's going by. I love the sound of the train. I do. I get super tired when I eat too. I agree. Um, I know. Yeah, when they don't stop the hunger pains for me, but when I eat, after I eat, I'll have a cigarette and I'm good. But if I don't have a cigarette, I'll keep munching until I have a cigarette. And then when I have a cigarette, I'll stop. So I really see why people gain a lot of weight when they quit. Um, because I don't feel like I'm done until I have a cigarette. So I can see why a lot of people gain weight when they quit smoking. Blow up like a balloon. Yeah, I would too. Because I would snack all day long just because I didn't have a cigarette. Yes. Matter of fact, I'm about to go have another cup of coffee. So I'll make myself a cup of coffee. If I can get up. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. No, we do not. We do not want to wake up the hubby. You're fine, honey.
We got a lot of juices gone.
Good job.
The water is getting dirty, so I'll drain it.
Okay.
To charge another
Oh, watch
three
yourself, bud.
pots of water.
Alright, watch out. I'll make myself some coffee.
And
Yeah, it doesn't take much to wake my husband up.
why is Dad awake? He just went back to bed.
Huh?
He just went back to bed right to week.
I said I don't want to wake him up. It doesn't take much. Yes, he just went back.
This is all I have left for this year.
Okay.
This, and that.
Alright.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were singing.
Thank you. You too. I appreciate you joining me, David. You're awesome. Thank you.
Not tell me you were
You
singing.
made this, you're fine, honey. You and Dia made the stream so freaking awesome, and everybody else that joined me from Japan, and you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Sorry about that, Mom.
Don't be. You're fine. You're fine. Yes, rest well, definitely. Are you talking to me, sweetheart? Because if you are, yes, I do have a Dollar General. There's actually 2 or 3 of them. I live in a big area. I live in Kearney, Nebraska, and it's a big area.
Mama, why can't we learn magic so we can have the dishes do themselves?
Huh?
Why can't we learn magic so the dishes can do themselves?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, because I'm very...
Oh, that's because you started dishes way too late. I told you guys not to do dishes. Or if you do them, before you...
I had to organize every dish because
Yeah.
it was all
But what
cluttered.
time did you start doing them?
About 1 o'clock.
Exactly. And I told you guys not to start them that late. Because you wouldn't be so tired, right?
Yes?
Yes.
That's wrong, things.
That doesn't always work. Sorry, I had to put the phone down. I'm trying to make my coffee.
The constant having to change out the water,
Let me see here.
put it back in.
I'll have to ask, but I'm pretty sure it fell. That's my husband found, so it's for a leak. Yes. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, I do think I know what you're talking about. Um, and you're right. I think I do need to switch it up a little bit. But in all honesty, I really don't even use Tylenol that much, or ibuprofen. And since everybody else uses it for like headaches and shit, I just don't go buy an extra bottle for me because I don't use it that often. I don't use it enough to justify me getting it, I guess you should say. And that stuff does not work for my husband. You can see it. He has neuropathy from diabetes. So, in his legs. Um, it's not severe, but he does have a little bit of it and it does hurt his legs. But it doesn't work for him. The pain does, the pain medication. So, um, I don't go out and I don't just go out and buy a separate bottle for me because I'd be the only one to really that needs it, and I just don't take it often enough to justify it, I guess. Yes, and that's why it's actually very easy to wake him up. Same way it is easy for me to wake up as well. Is That's why it doesn't take much for him to wake up. It's because he has that, and he has disintegrated disc in his neck. Two of them up by his neck, and two of them down by his tailbone, and he has arthritis um, in his tailbone and up by his neck. So, yeah, that's why it doesn't take much for him to wake up. I'm actually trying to get him on disability because it's very hard for him standing, sitting, laying down. It's all painful. So um, I'm actually trying to get him on. Yeah, he is. He got diagnosed with diabetes last year, but I think he's had it for a while. That's why he ended up with neuropathy. Is that he had it for a while and we just didn't know it. And that's why I think he ended up with neuropathy in his legs because we didn't know it. But he lost a lot of weight. Um, Lost over 100 pounds. Yeah, we're gonna get him on SSI. Um, oh no, he should have enough red credits for SSD. He's worked his whole life, so um, and we're in our 40s, so he should be able to, without a problem, get SSD. Um, I hope so. But the problem with it is getting it can take up to years. Some people can get it within 6 months to a year. Some now with his, it'll probably take years to get it because they deny you. They deny you at least 3 times. That's about a year and a half before he can even remotely get it. Now, granted, the benefit of that, um, not really a benefit, but they do retro pay from the first time you apply. They do retro pay. So for that year and a half that they denied you, oh, my alarm went off. For that year and a half they deny you, they give you a check or split it up into payments, but um, they give you that money back. And it does, especially if you're getting behind on bills, um, because you can't work. That check does help tremendously. Hey, I got my coffee. First coffee my son made for me, and he made it super sweet. So it took me a while to drink it, but um, so I'm hoping to get him on disability. Mm, this coffee is so much better. He put way too much creamer in my first coffee. I don't like my coffee really sweet. I like to taste the coffee. Yes, yes, they do. I got some really good kids. I mean, there's been some mornings where, or afternoons, or whenever, um, just for me to get in the shower. My daughters had to help me get my shirt off and everything else just to get in the shower because I can't raise my arms up. Or I can't get up to get my coffee, or because I'm in so much pain. They do that for me. If I need to, ask them to make me a sandwich or anything else, they'll do that for me. They're really good kids. Yeah, I feel bad, but you know, I feel bad that I have to. Hey, now sometimes I'm just lazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like this morning, my son was already in the kitchen, so I had to make me a cup of coffee. I don't feel guilty about that. But when I have to constantly, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Please do this for me. Then I feel guilty. That is good. I'm glad we got a lot in common. How old are your kids, Dee? Are they really young? It is the constant that gets to me. Yep, I agree. It's the constant. Um, no, I have my lazy moments. Ask them to go make me a sandwich out in the kitchen real quick, and they will. They'll do a little bit complaint. They do a little more complaint when I'm not hurting. Like, mom, quit being lazy. But when I'm really hurting, they're just like, no. Oh shit. See, mine's 14 to 25. Damn, that is pretty cool. You're absolutely right. We do have a lot more in common. My youngest is 14. She just turned 14 in May. That is pretty funny. Okay, we don't have that much in common. I don't have grandkids. I want grandkids. And I keep telling my son, you're 25. Where's my grandkid? But he's not ready for kids, so I'm not going to push him too much. He knows he's not ready for kids. He doesn't. I mean, yeah, he's not even actively going out there looking for, a girlfriend right now. He's just, he's doing his own thing, wants to do his own thing. I think if he comes across a girlfriend or girl he likes, um, that'd be different, but he's not actively looking. That is awesome. Oh, that is cool. He is being smart. And I'm the same way. Um, the two of them are not biologically mine, but in my heart they're mine, and they'll always be that way. Um, they're real mom and dad up in New York with them. I know their dad, and I get along super great with their dad. Um, um, but I don't get along with their mom too well. Their mom actually, I don't get their mom can't stand me. I'm not getting to sugarcoat it. The mom hates me with a passion. She does not like me at all. And a lot of it is jealousy on her part because their kids do love me as much as they do. And my husband and my whole family, they call my kids their brothers and sisters. So, matter of fact, my two girls nicknamed her Big Sis. So, I am so glad you did foster care. That is awesome. I lived in foster care a lot of years in my life between a group home and foster care. So, I'm super glad you're a foster parent. And it is that way sometimes. I am super extra when it comes to kids. Uh, I even um, help kids that I probably and teenagers that I probably shouldn't have because they ended up still going the opposite way they should have. But it is what it is. Yes, I agree. Yep, I agree. See, it used to come down when we lived in Delaware. They used to come down 3 times a year, 2 to 3 times a year to see us because they were only 6 hours away. And unfortunately, I don't get that privilege now. I miss them like terribly. Yes, absolutely. The other two, up in New York, I didn't raise them. I've always been there for them as much as I can, at least emotionally. I've never really been able to be there financially the way I would like to be, but they're resilient and they've made it and they've done really good. Um, super strong kids. I'm so proud of them. And they ever need somebody to talk to, I'm always there for them, and they know it. My son, my oldest son, he moved out when we were in Delaware to come back to Nebraska to stay with some friends, and it was super freaking hard. Um, he was gone for almost a year, and then he came back to visit for Christmas. He got a two-way ticket. He came back for Christmas, and he's like, "Nope, I don't want to go back." He was like super homesick, so he ended up staying with us again, which was super fine with me. And then he moved out again because he wanted to go back to his friends. And then we went, and then we ended up moving here. So it was another year before I got to see him again. And then we ended up moving here. And so it's hard. It really is. They are super strong kids, and I miss them so much. This is actually about the time that they usually come down. Would come down Delaware, from New York to Delaware, to come visit, and so it's super hard this month not being able to see them. Ah, I'm not too far. I mean, I'm quite a few hours from, but right now I'm in Nebraska. Back east, yes, fall is absolutely gorgeous, especially in New York. Oh my God, it's absolutely gorgeous in the fall. The trees and everything, oh, I love it. And when winter hits, it can be the most beautiful place under the sun. Delaware can be absolutely beautiful too during the winter, but the fall is absolutely gorgeous there. Nebraska, not so. You don't have as many trees and everything in Nebraska. Um, oh, it is absolutely gorgeous there. The countryside up in New York, it can be breathtaking. It's really, I grew up in New York. I absolutely love New York. That was always my favorite place. Out of all the places I lived, New York was my favorite. Absolutely love New York. Um, Two of my kids were born in Colorado. Colorado, it's there's certain spots in Colorado that are absolutely gorgeous. Um, and we lived in Colorado. We lived south of it. Um, we're like 15 minutes from the Four Corners. It is a different beast. It is, and we actually lived like 15 minutes. We lived like Ute Mountain is like right behind us. When you looked out my window in Colorado, on one of the places we lived in Colorado, Ute Mountain was like right behind us, and it was huge and it was so pretty. And then over in front of us was, or the side of us was Mesa Verde, and you could see the mountains there, and it was absolutely beautiful. Now, U Mountain was close enough to us that when it caught on fire, the whole mountain ended up catching on fire one year, and it lit up my whole entire room. We didn't even need to have lights on. It lit my entire living room up at night until they put the fire out. Um, it lit my whole living room up. It was just, but U Mountain, we never could go up there because U Mountain, if you're white, you're not allowed on there unless you know the Utes that live up there. You're not allowed up there. They'll shoot you for being up there if you're white. At least that's what we were told. I don't know if that was a way to scare people from going up there or if they actually would. I didn't take any chances to find out. I wasn't. But if you're white, you're not allowed up there unless you know, unless somebody from the Ute tribe is taking you up there. Uh, yeah, but they were avid about it, so we didn't take the chance. Now the Mesa Verde, you could go up there, and we went up there, and you could see all the ruins there, and that was the tourists. That was for tourists up there in the Mesa, and that place was absolutely, it was breathtaking. It was so gorgeous up there. Colorado, especially live up in the mountains during the winter. If you lived up in the mountains, you stayed in the mountains during the winter. You did not travel, so you made sure you were stocked up on everything you needed. Um, because if you lived up in the mountains, you were stuck up there during the winter. There's a couple times we had to go through the Wolf Creek Pass during the winter. And when we went through there, it was so stressful because it was so hard to come down that mountain during the winter. Matter of fact, it's illegal to drive there during the winter without snow chains. Um, they will pull you over and they will ticket you if you do not have snow chains, because so many accidents happen on Wolf Creek Pass during the winter. And of course, we did not have snow chains, and we never got caught, but we didn't have snow chains on our vehicles when we went through there, so we were very cautious. It's very hard to get through there. We have been stuck at Wolf Creek Pass. Matter of fact, we were stuck there for hours, um, because we ended up, the snowstorm didn't start until we started going through Wolf Creek Pass, and that's when the snowstorm started, and we got stuck up there too for like hours. And we were kind of worried because we didn't have a ton of gas, and this is when we, first lived up there, so we didn't really understand how bad it was. We're like, oh no, we drove. I grew up in New York. It can't be that damn bad. It is. No, it's not fun. As a matter of fact, I was actually pregnant when we got up there. I was pregnant with, I think my daughter, one of my daughters. Well, that was like 20 years ago. Texas is a really fun place to live too. I like living in Texas, especially northern Texas. The winters can actually get cold there. Yeah, it can get really cold there, but it gets super hot in the summer. Get up to like 110 with the heat index. Oh wow! What part of Texas? Um, I lived in San Antonio in a group home when I was about a year old, and then I we were put down in a group home in Corpus Christi till I was 6 years old, and then we moved to New York, and I stayed there till I was about 30, and then no, yeah, I was probably about not quite 30, not quite 30, but I was in my late 20s when we moved to uh, Canyon, Texas, which is right next to Amarillo, Texas. And then probably when I was about 36, I moved to Rocheron, Texas, which is next to Houston. East Texas, near Austin. I have. I lived in Ohio for a few months. That didn't pan out very well. Um, I never recommend anybody live in Ohio. um, when I was 19, I went to Job Corps, and about 1920, I went to Job Corps in Pennsylvania. Um, that didn't last long. Um, So I lived there for about 3, 4 months in Pennsylvania, up in Reddington, and God, it was gorgeous in the winter. Those mountains are absolutely beautiful in Reddington, Pennsylvania. Okay. We went to Houston a couple times, um, just to visit through it, but we lived in Rochelle, which is like 20 minutes from Houston. It was working for a while. I really enjoyed it and I had fun with it. And I was getting really good grades and I was really putting my all into it and I had a lot of points added up, so I could get into the co-housing so where my husband could come and stay with me while I was there. And when I left just when the vacation for spring break, and my car broke down, so I couldn't get back on time. And they're super strict in you being back on time, or you lose all your status, all your points, everything. And the only way they help you get back is if you're already late. And I went to them and I explained to them the situation because I lost all my points. I lost all my status, everything. And I worked so hard to build it up. And I explained to them what happened. They said, it is what it is. We break the rules for you. We got to do it for everybody. So, where I had like privileges and everything else, they took them all away. And then I felt trapped. And I was like, screw this. And I left. I've been to Galveston, and Galveston is so neat. I love it. Um, there's a Galveston. I loved Galveston. I didn't live there, but I visited. And Corpus Christi, I visited that place too. And I mean, I don't remember it from when I was like 2 to 6 years old. I don't remember much of it, but we went to go visit it to try to find my mom, my brother, and I. And the beaches there are beautiful. So we went to go visit to try to find our mom. It was crushing. It was super crushing. I worked so hard. Um, and then they just turned around and took all my privileges away for something I couldn't help. And and that's what I told them. I'm not court ordered to be there. Most 90% of the people there were court ordered to be there. I volunteered to go there because I wanted to, better myself. So when that happened, it was just like soul crushing. I was like, well, damn, I'm trying to better myself, and you guys are going to punish me for something like that? And that's what was going through my head at the age of 20. Like, screw that. I'm out of here. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had stuck it out. Because right now I could be having, because what I was going for was business and clerical, and I was trying to be a court, so I can work as a uh, in the courts as a where they document everything, and I can't think of the name of it right now. And you have to type like 70 words per minute, and I was really almost at that goal for it. It is. I agree. It's not, thank you. I couldn't think of the freaking name of it to save my ass. Pretty much. Yeah. And I really wanted to then. I really wanted to do paralegal. So between those two things, I did business and clerical. And um, I wish I had stuck it out. I'm just gonna blame it on the fact that it's like 5:25 in the morning for me right now. So I'm just gonna blame it on that. And I've been up Holy cow, I've actually been streaming for an hour and a half this morning. I've been running my mouth that long. Too early for the brain. Yeah, you think coffee would fix that. My second cup of coffee, but it hasn't. And I've been chain smoking like crazy this morning. I don't usually do that. But at least the pain in my legs have like gotten to where I can handle it and I'm not rocking back and forth. Tylenol's kicked in a little bit. Took the edge off. It is. This morning was pain smoking like bad. This morning is because of the pain. I agree on that one. Yes. Man. I had it was kind of funny in a way. I had really bad, we thought it was fibromyalgia because fibromyalgia will mask a lot of things. But it was actually my gallbladder that was causing all the pain. Oh, caused me so much pain for like 4 months straight. I had a really bad gallbladder. And I ended up going to the hospital Christmas Day. I was really sick Christmas Eve. And my husband's like, no, 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 it's just the flu. You're just getting sick. So I ended up staying home Christmas Day while they went to my mother-in-law's for Christmas. And he came home and I was like, honey, something's wrong. I was like, this is not the flu. Flu, you're not supposed to be in this much pain. And I was in like doubled over pain. I almost thought I was having a heart attack. It was like so freaking bad. And so we went to the hospital and I found out it was my gallbladder. And they put me on morphine. And I thought I was going to lose my shit. I was like, I was going nuts. Um, I was like panicky because I couldn't, I like to have control. If I don't have control over my own body, I panic. And um, we didn't tell them how I am on morphine or anything like that. I don't take it. So it's like super strong on me. And I have a very low tolerance for it. And I scared the shit out of the nurse, I guess. Because I didn't know what to do with myself and I got all panicky. And so they didn't give it to me again after that, which is a good thing because I told them I didn't want it. It was an absolute panic attack because I felt like I had no control over my body. And oh my God, I went freaking nuts. And my husband's like, no, you got to stand back. I wanted to get up and go. I was like, good Lord, what's happening? I did. I had like a freaking panic attack over it. And I guess it scared the shit out of the nurse. She's like, is she okay? Is she okay? My husband's like, yeah, but she gave her morphine. And she can't handle that mentally. Could not handle that. And so they didn't give it to me again. Yeah, I was doing the same thing. Yep. Yep. You give me a gabapentin, which is some people just, it's like candy for them. Doesn't do anything. You give me a gabapentin, I'm out for like 16, 17 hours for one gabapentin. I am useless. I'm out like light. And then the after effect of it, I'm useless the next day. Yeah, I can't take anything like that unless, and that's why I don't take medication, because unless I have 2 days off from work, I wouldn't be able to work on it. Now, granted, I know if I, continuously take it and my body will get used to it. I get that, but I can't afford to not work at all for months for my body to get used to it. So I just said screw it and never took it. Um, yeah, my husband the same way. Gap and Pinton is like candy for him. He just it doesn't do him any damn good. Me, you give me one and I'm done. Yes, I do pay attention to my body, and that's how I knew it was not the flu. That's why I try to teach my kids. I know when it's not the flu, and at first I thought it was fibromyalgia, and then I knew something was just not right. I've never been in that much pain for 4 months straight, not with fibromyalgia. Um, and it was so bad that I couldn't take off my own shirt to get in the shower. It was just so horrible. I couldn't lift up my arms. Anytime I laughed, I would get such a bad pain in my chest and my right above your in your abdomen, and it would be so bad I couldn't breathe if I laughed or I sat a certain way. And that's how I knew that wasn't fibromyalgia. That's why we went to had a newborn. Oh wow, that had to be scary as hell. Yep, I thought I was having a heart attack. They did too. When I went to the hospital, they put me on an EKG and everything, and then they ran some tests, found out it was my gallbladder. But they thought I was having a heart attack too. That was their first thought. Oh no, that's hard because then you can't really take anything for it. That is really hard. They gave me oxycodone for the pain medication afterwards, but I didn't for 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 after the anesthesia when it comes out of your freaking shoulder. Oh my god, that pain was horrible. I did take a couple of them for that kind of pain. Um, when you get up out of this, when that gas releases and your shoulder pain from that, oh my god. Yeah, I imagine you had to. I couldn't imagine that. Oh my gosh. That had to be rough. I did not breastfeed any of my kids. Um, I couldn't imagine going through that breastfeeding. Um, I tried to breastfeed my kids, but they just, either I wasn't doing it right, or I wasn't producing the milk, or um, as soon as I should have been able to, what they just didn't take to it. And I just ended up bottle feeding them. No, it doesn't. Doesn't go as how we wanted. Oh, that had to been rough. That had to been super rough. I usually went right back to work within 2 or 3 weeks after my kids were born, though, just because I had to, couldn't afford not to. So I always went back to work like within 2 to 3 weeks after they were born. I went right back to work. Um, so bottle feeding was actually just like super easier for me. Because back then I used to work like 2 to 3 jobs. Oh wow. No way. That sucks. Yeah, the doctor should have paid attention. Damn. I tried to get my doctor to pay attention that my son wouldn't take regular formula. I kept telling her, something's not right. Took her till he was 2 weeks old, almost three, to get the clue. Because back then, I don't know if you still have to, but to get the soy based um, formula, you had to have a freaking prescription for it, and it was ridiculous. If you're on WIC or anything like that, and I was on WIC to help me out with the formula, you had to have a freaking prescription for it. And I tried telling the doctor, regular formula is not working. I said, he's not drinking it right. He's spitting it up. He's throwing it up. Something's not right. And finally, after he's about 2 weeks old, she finally got me a prescription for it so that way I could get soy based, which I think is the dumbest. Oh, good, good. And I don't understand why they did that. Um, the kid can't take regular formula. Can't take regular formula. Just let the parents go and get them shit that they can. That's good. I'm glad WIC can do it now. Because before they couldn't, and it was just. I got off WIC. I didn't stay on WIC for very long because formula was not filling my kids up, and I was feeding them food. um, and I was giving them food and whole milk before they were a year old because it was just not filling them up. Formula was not doing it. And WIC wouldn't pay for it. I had to go by their recommendations and the way they wanted it, and I said, screw it. I just got off WIC because I had to. I mean, they just made it so difficult for you to be able to do what you need for your kids. Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah, I was always a pain in the ass. So I ended up getting off of WIC. I never went back on it because it was just such a pain. And then to find the exact items that they allowed you to have, and it was a pain in the ass. So I never went back on it. I went on it. I did. I had to feed my cereal, and they wouldn't give it. They wouldn't let me do it. And I tried to explain to them that I don't need formula. I mean, I have my kids on regular milk, and they were so scared they were gonna get an allergic reaction from introducing them to it early. And guess what? My kids are healthy as shit, and they went on milk really freaking early, and they went on cereal really freaking early. Every one of them did, because it just wasn't filling for them. And I tried to get them to explain that to them, but they just wouldn't listen. Yeah, I went and just took blended a lot of the foods. I just went and blended in my blender. Whatever I was having for dinner that night, I just blended it up and fed it to them. And now I got jars of baby food for, like, you know, some nights when I knew I wasn't going to be home to make dinner because I had to work. But if I made dinner, I just blended the shit up and gave it to them. I ate it. Hold on. I'm gonna see my son is still on the computer. It is ridiculous. I agree. It's like super ridiculous. Oh, he's playing League. And I think he's recording. Are you streaming, bud, or no? No, he's not streaming. He's not paying attention to me either. I'm gonna walk away. He's involved in his game. I was gonna actually play Magic Arena and stream it, but he is busy on the computer right now, so I don't want to bother him. He works overnights, so when he goes to bed here in a few hours, he'll go to bed, and then I'll get on Magic Arena. He was in the zone. He was ignoring me completely. he was. He was in the zone. Now, when he gets out of the zone, I know he knew I was behind him. I do. I play Magic the Gathering, yep. I play tabletop with my boys, and we usually go to, when they have commander events and stuff like that here in town, we go to that to do two different places, and then I just started Magic Arena. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, that is pretty cool. That is awesome. Holy shit. See, this is where I either need to move to Missouri or you need to move here to Nebraska. We do have a super lot in common. That is too funny. Oh my god, you got the Dr. Doom. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, Doom is horrible. Is it really? It's too freaking cold up there for me, though. Nebraska's bad enough. I can imagine living in Missouri. At least I heard it's super cold there. I might be wrong. Oh, okay. See, I like my rainbow decks. My favorite out of the Marvel so far is Fantastic Four. I absolutely love the Fantastic Four. Yeah, it gets insane cold there. Yeah, that's what I heard. So you can keep the insane cold over there. I don't want the insane cold. Mm, that is too funny. Oh my gosh. We went to the pre-release for the Marvel. We're gonna go for the Hobbit here too. Um, I'll have to show. I've shown some of my cards. Um, I got a lot. When my son took me to the pre-release like three freaking times. Um, yes, the Hobbit. It's next month. It's in August, and I cannot wait to go. Yes, that's gonna be freaking neat. But Lauren, so far, I absolutely love Lauren and Clips, and I like the lore on it too. Pre-release, yes, September. I can't remember which one's in September. They have one in September. I think The Hobbit is. Damn, which one is in September? I'll have to ask my son again. Hold on. Let me ask him if he can pay attention to me now, because I think Hobbit in August, and I can't remember what's wrong is in September. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Not bad. For yourself.
I'm wonderful. Can't remember which one is. Hey, Bobby. I know The Hobbit is in August, right?
Yes.
What's in September?
That should be the reality fracture.
Reality Fracture?
Yes.
What is that?
No, that's gonna be in October.
Oh, that's October. Oh, it's
September.
Star Trek. September? Or is that
No,
November?
that's gonna be November.
November is Star Trek. Reality Fractures in October. I don't see anything for September, actually. Doesn't look like it. Okay, nothing in September. So August is the August is the Hobbit, and October is Reality Fracture, and November is Star Trek. He got it up for me. So I super can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome. It is cool. And there's two different spots that we can go here. One is called Carney Legends, and that's the cheaper one. That's like more of a mom and pop. And then we got Game On, that's more of a corporate. So we got two different spots that we usually go to. We'll go to the first pre-release. We'll usually go to one day. Carney Legends usually only does it one day. And Game On will do it twice. So we usually, he usually pays for me, and we'll go to it. We'll go to the Carney Legends once, and we'll go to Game On twice. We usually make the whole weekend out of it. Yes, yes, it is. Um, I used to be in. I just started getting back into Magic. I didn't go for a while. I have to go to the bathroom. Hold on, give me a second, love. I gotta go potty. I'm doing the dance. Give me 1 second, sweetheart. I'll be right back. I gotta go potty. You're gonna look at my ceiling for a minute. I'm gonna put you in the dark. I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. What's up? What's up? Oh, no way. You'll love this picture. My son just brought it up on the computer. Let me show you real quick. That's small. That's one of the cards that's coming out. Isn't that neat? That's a beautiful card. Yeah, I didn't play for like 20 years, and my son got me back into it. When he moved down back here to Nebraska, my son got me back into it. I mean, we got him into it when he was like super little. and he always stayed with it. He loved it. And I quit playing it. And then my husband's the one that got me into it. When I met him, he got me into Pokemon and Magic, but we stopped once we had kids. We stopped, we didn't have money to spend on the cards anymore. So we stopped playing it, and I wish we had kept the cards when I was in the 90s, because we would have a lot of fucking money right now. Yes, they are worth so much money. A lot of the cards we have, we'd be set for life. And then my son just got me back into it. I never. Oh, that sucks. That does suck. We didn't sell ours. Ours just got lost in the mix. We just, from moving and everything, they just got lost in the mix. We never even ended up selling the damn things. And so, kind of blows. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does suck. Damn. That blows. That was a neat card he just showed me, though. Damn. It's good you guys get along, though. Wow. I'm sad for you right now. I really am. Hey, um, if you guys make it work, that's awesome. There's so many people out there that can't co-parent to save their ass, and the kids really suffer for it. So if you guys co-parent the way you have to help your kids get through it, that's all that matters. Exactly. Divorce is hard enough on the kids, um, to begin with, and not being able to co-parent is even harder. So you're absolutely right. I mean, and that's the way it should be. And I kudos to you, because there's so many people out there that cannot co-parent. My Yeah, it's just, yeah, I agree. It's bad. I know it's not. It's not fair to the kids at all. So you co-parent how it works for you and the kids to do it. I agree. It's not fair to the kids. A lot of kids blame themselves for their parents fighting. And you know what? I don't know, maybe this is just my opinion. I don't care um, I don't care how bad your kids are as far as rebellious stage goes or what they've done, whether it's, simple rebellion or it's drugs or whatever. It's never the kids' fault the parents are fighting. It's the parents' fault for not learning how to deal with the situation without fighting. It's never the kids' fault. I am a firm believer on that. If the parents are fighting, it's not the kids' fault. It's the lack of communication, proper communication between the parents. Simple as that. I've never seen it where it's the kids' fault, ever, in my opinion. Yeah, my husband and I learned that. Um, it was really super weird. My son, Bob, my oldest, he was like 6 months old, and my husband and I got in a super heated fight. Not physical, but voices got loud. And it affected him that he had a loss of appetite. He was crying, and he was a super quiet baby. He only cried when he was hungry or needed to be changed. And even then, he didn't cry for that long. Um, so, and he was crying all the time, and it affected him for like a couple weeks. His whole attitude changed. He was only 6 months old. And after that, we never fought. We tried not to fight in front of or get loud with each other. We always, walked away from the situation and went back to it in private. I'm not saying we never fought in front of our kids, but we always try to keep it down to a minimum. It is. I totally agree. And what's only learned um, at a young age, you don't fight in front of the kids. And it can be super stressful and super hard on the kids. And I know you got younger kids and you guys get in a heat and people get in a heated argument. It's not like you got when especially if you got a baby, it's not like you can just say, well, let's put the baby on hold and leave them alone in the house while we go outside and fight. It doesn't always happen that way. And you don't always want to leave the room. But that's where you just put it on hold until you can get in a spot. And it doesn't always work. That's why I said I didn't. It's not that we never argued in front of the kids because we have. Um, but you try to avoid it as much as possible. You can't always avoid it, but you do what you can to avoid it. Yeah, and you're right. That's when it's time to say, this isn't working, and I agree. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta just it happens. There's not much you can do about it. But at least you two knew when to, hang it up and say, we're better off co-parenting than living together. I think you did. I mean, if it gets to that point where you're always fighting, it's worse on the kids in the long run. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. It's Eeyore. I love Eeyore. It is Eeyore. I always say he's drinking my coffee. That's why my coffee disappears because Eeyore's drinking it. It's not me. It's Eeyore. How you doing, love? I like Eeyore. I'm not a big fan of Winnie the Pooh itself, but I love Eeyore. You can't help but love that face. You gotta just love that face. I don't know if you guys could actually see that or not. Probably be easier if I just flip the camera over. There we go. That's easier. You just gotta love that face. Oh, I don't have a lot of stuff of Eeyore. I mean, I don't necessarily collect anything with Eeyore, but I saw this and it says nobody cares on my coffee cup. And I saw it at Walmart and I just had to get it. I know, I thought it was the neatest thing. That's why I got it. I don't necessarily go out and collect everything with Eeyore. Or if I see like a pajama set that has Eeyore in it, I get it. But I don't actively look for Eeyore stuff. Oh, I love, oh, I love Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Um, my husband's a big fan of it, so if I find anything with Nightmare Before Christmas, I get it for him. He is a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas and penguins. He likes penguins. He loves penguins. Yes, I believe he's a Pisces. Yes, March 19th. Yeah. We do have a super amount in common. It is so freaking. It's kind of. It's really freaky. It's so funny. It is so funny. See, my son was born. One of my sons was born March 3rd. Yes, creepy, but I agree. Creepy in a good way. It's really freaking neat. I know. I think someday we're gonna have to meet. I really do. It is pretty freaking cool. Oh, yes, I think someday we're gonna have to meet. I get big enough, we'll do a meet and greet. That would be awesome. That is too freaking funny. We'll have to meet like halfway sometime. I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see how far Missouri is from Nebraska. States are only nine hours apart. I'm not sure if I can convince my husband to drive all the way to Missouri, but it's 4.5. So we're, um, yeah, probably more like, we're probably more like 12, 13 hours away from each other. Yeah, so we're probably pretty good distance. Well, it's 9 hours, so we're about 13 hours apart. Yeah, we're about 13 hours. Oh wow. Maybe we do have to move down to Missouri. That's too funny. To get to Texas from here, I think it's like 16 to 17 hours. I would love to. Just a visit, that would be neat. Well, here's to me getting like really, really big because when my daughter graduates, um, we plan on just traveling. In all honesty, but I have to wait until she graduates from high school. So that's about 4 years. Oh my gosh, I miss my diamond art so bad. I really do. I miss doing it, but my eyesight is super bad, even with my glasses. So, which is why I don't drive. So I have to have a magnifying glass and a bigger setup and the light board, or I can't do the diamond art. So, yeah. So I have to have mine plus a magnifying glass in order to do it. Because magnifying light, because I can't do it unless I have it. So that's why I've not done my diamond art. I tried doing it after we left. Um, because I was gonna do TikTok with my diamond art, and I bought a couple cheap pieces to see if I could do it from Dollar General, and I couldn't. It was too hard for me to do it without a magnifying glass. I used to have a really good setup. If you go on like my really earlier shorts, you'll see the setup that I had, and it was really neat. Yeah, I can't sit where I can enjoy it. But I had a really really nice setup. My husband spoiled me with my diamond art. He got me a lot. He spoils me. Period. Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it, honey. Yeah, we've been chatting all morning. Yes, absolutely. I would love to see it. See you. You do lives too? Yes, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jay. It's pretty neat. I've gotten 4 subscribers this morning. So that is so cool. Oh, is that your husband? That is awesome. Thank you. Yay! My husband gets on my streams and he'll watch my streams, but he doesn't like to be involved in my streams. Yes. I'm pretty close to 700 now. Yeah, he does not like to get on my lives. He doesn't like to be shown. He doesn't mind if you hear him, but he doesn't like to be shown on my lives. He's not social butterfly like I am. He's an introvert. He's like the completely. Oh, cool. I don't know. Am I subscribed to you? Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna put my live on a pause for a second. Hold on 1 second. See if I can do this. Let me grab my other phone because I can go on my other phone. I actually have 3 phones to stream with. I only have one activated through a plan, but the other 2 I use for streaming instead of the phone that I have in my hand, because if I get phone calls or anything, or through Messenger or anything like that, I hate putting my live on pause for it. So I usually don't stream with the one that's in my hand, but I am this morning. Let me see if I can find my other phone. See, I have my other one on a stand. See, I have that one on my stand, and that one is the one I usually use for streaming. So let me see here. Oh, I think it died on me. They didn't charge it last night. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's got a lot of charge to it, so we're good. All right. I just get a cheap, like the one that you just saw on my stand. I just went to the Dollar General, got a cheap $30 phone. So I have the extra phone just for streaming. Let's see if I can get real quick. My channel. My channel. And the volume is up. Let's turn the volume down before I start echoing. Alright. And I'm going to click on you. And I'm going to go to your channel. And I'm not subscribed, but I am now. Yay, I'm subscribed to you. And you're up to 114. Yay. 114 subscribers with 8 videos is really freaking good. That is awesome. I'm watching the video right now. This is oh, you keep on private. I gotcha. So it's gonna be shorts. Okay, I do all my live public. Um, so I will definitely have to keep notifications so I can see your lives. I do all my lives public. Um, yeah, I do all my lives. I just go public with them, and that the reason why I do that is for the watch hours, because I wasn't getting enough. I wasn't getting enough use through my shorts to get monetized. Um, but if you put your lives public, um, like this live, when I put it as public, the watch hours as I'm doing the live will go towards my watch hours. So that's why I do it. Yeah, they're all private. It doesn't go towards the watch hours, and that's why I put mine public. Um, I don't understand why Studio won't let you. Studio should let you do it. Um, you should be able to do it. As a matter of fact, I can show you how to do it if you want me to. It took me a while to learn it. It might be. Alright, let me show you on my phone. Let me turn the camera around. Put my phone stand in the kitchen so I don't turn on the light. Wake up my husband. All right. Let me see here. Let me get you turned around so you can see my phone. And when you go on, let's see here. I'll show you my studio real quick. All right. When you go to studio, you can even do it in YouTube too. You don't have to go to your studio, but I do. Let me see here. Go down there where it says content. Down there. You can hit content. And let's see one that I do not have. This one right here. This one that's grayed out like that is set to private. So what I'm going to do, you see those three dots right here? Whoop, wrong button. Sorry. You see these three dots right here? You're going to press that. And then you can go to edit. Where it says edit right there. You'll go there. Okay. Now, where it says show more, you can edit through there. And up here where it says private visibility, you have to do this with each one of your videos because it automatically does private. You have to go back through. You can do it before it's done uploading, or you can do it after it's done uploading. But you hit this one, private, and then you can go to public or unlisted. Unlisted will not count as well. You have to do public. If you do unlisted, that means anybody with your subscribers and stuff like that, they're the only ones that can see it. So you have to do public, and then you'll hit public, go to the arrow, set visibility, and now it's set to public so everybody can see it. And then if you want to take like this, change this, you'll go to edit, and it'll do a thumbnail. It automatically does thumbnails for you. And then you pick whatever thumbnail you like. Like I'll pick that one. I'll hit done. And that's what it will show instead of my profile picture. So that right there. Oh, hit save. Sorry. Hit save. Make sure you hit save. And there you go. Now it's live. Now it'll count my watch hours from when I was live on it. Hey, the amazing. How are you? I am absolutely wonderful. How are you doing, love? Ooh, Jamaica. That is awesome. You are so welcome, Dee. I'm glad I could help you out on that one. And that way you can post and you'll get the watch hours. Oh. Oh, getting ready for work. Awesome. I guess I ought to flip my camera around now. Yeah, there you are. I agree. My day is absolutely wonderful. I've been streaming now for 2.5 hours. My coffee streams usually don't last this long, but Dee has been like keeping me super entertained, and Jay and everybody else that's come on this morning. So my coffee streams don't usually last this long in the mornings, but it's awesome. Yes. I agree. Yeah, it's my second cup this morning. I usually only have, I normally don't even drink my whole first cup, but this is now my second cup this morning. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's got to be super warm in Jamaica right now. Yeah, my coffee cup is actually empty for the second time this morning. I usually don't have my coffee cup that empty. Wow, that's amazing for me. I almost want to go make another cup. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's Eeyore. He drinks all my coffee. See? I think he drank all my damn coffee. And this is why you do not put this cup in the microwave because of all the stress marks that are in there. This is why this coffee cup is not meant to go in the microwave, but I did. I'm just blaming it on Eeyore. He drinks all my coffee. I only get like 2 sips and he drinks the rest of it. uh, I am. I am gonna go make another coffee, I think. Other than that, I might just drink my iced tea. I think I might just drink my iced tea. I think I better lay off the coffee this morning and just have my iced tea. I think that's what I'm gonna have is my iced tea. Where is my iced tea? Where is my iced tea? I know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have my iced tea this morning.
What are you up to?
Just streaming. Why, what's up?
I'm just curious.
What are you up to?
Nothing right now. Oh, what's up?
Nothing. Just talking. Wow, it's 6:23 in the morning there. It is 6:24 in the morning. Damn. I didn't know we were on the same time zone. That's cool. That is cool. I didn't realize that.
Almost want to go to Game On tomorrow and pick up like 10, 15 booster packs of Riftbound.
That sounds like an idea.
Yeah, it's 10 to 15 booster packs for me.
Yeah, you're gonna give me like 5 of them, right?
Where's your 10 to 15 booster packs?
Because you're gonna give me like 5 of them,
Where's
right?
your 10 to 15 booster packs?
You're gonna give me like.
Where's your 10 to 15 booster
That
packs?
sounds making me sad.
This is my chance to get Kaiser of the Void, so then I have $6 grand just sitting in my pocket.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't
Would be.
it? We started a new game. It's called Riftbound. and it's based up. I think it's based off of League of Legends. And so we started a new game. My son bought the really big box of it and a starter box for me, and now he wants to go to Game On or late um, or down here at Kearney Legends and get booster packs for it. Yeah. It's really neat though. Um, I might stream that today. I was playing Riftbound, but I'm not sure because my son's roommates on his days off, on their days off, usually play D&D. So they're probably gonna play D&D today. So when they play D&D, I don't usually play tabletop Magic. I usually stream on the computer when they play D&D. So it's probably what I'm gonna do: play Magic Arena and stream that today. I love to watch others play, but I don't play it. Now, my husband loves to play it. Um, he likes to play D&D, and of course my son does. He loves D&D, but I don't like to play it personally. But I love watching others. I love my morning streams. Yeah, you do a morning stream. I would love to see it. That's funny. I like that. Oh, that's too funny. that's that's my husband's sense of humor right there. I like that. That's funny. Yes, that would be awesome. Matter of fact, I can probably hang it up right now because I plan on getting on the computer anyways. And if you want to go live, I can watch your live as I'm going live on the computer because that's something you want to do. Okay. Yeah, I can end my live right here and then I'll watch for your notification when you go live. I'll hop right on and I'll watch you live while I'm streaming on my computer. Yeah, I used to do the same thing when I was streaming live too. Yep, on my for my Diamond Art. Okay, I'm gonna hang up this live and I'm gonna give a shout out to anybody that is rewatching this live or just joining this live after it's posted. Thank you very much for all your likes, subscribes, and joining me this morning. Love you guys, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow morning about the same time that wants to show up. Love you guys. Bye.